between playing basketball, going to school, dealing with family, dealing with friends, and just, having time to yourself. It's a struggle to find balance. It's a struggle to keep everything and everybody happy and manage all of these things going on at one time. I understand. I get it. So today I'm helping you really break down and realize how to find this balance and what do you need to do to make sure that all these things are being satisfied and needs are being met. Well, first off, get away from this idea of balance being everything being equal and even. So picture when usually people picture balance, talk about balance, they think about a scale, a weighing scale. So um if you think about Lady Justice, Lady Liberty, whatever the name is, lady who blindfolded and holds a scale that teeters on one side or the other, whatever. That's what people picture when they think about balance. They're thinking about having a rock in this side and a rock on that side that keeps things balanced and even. Well, that's not really how life works, truly. So think about this as an equation, right? So balance for me equals rhythm plus priorities. Okay. You find balance by having a rhythm and you find balance by having priorities. So I'll say it like this now. When you're thinking about what you need to do, think about what needs to have the highest priority of this point in your life right now. So in basketball season, basketball games take a pretty high priority. Practice for that season takes a pretty high priority. Um, versus, you know, in the summertime when you don't have any basketball games, or the period of time you don't have any basketball games, you might not need to train as much. You might be able to take a little bit of a break. You can get your body to recoup and recover. But that's the time to prioritize spending time with family. It might be time to prioritize resting and relaxing. So when I say find the rhythm, when you think about music, it's not no beat is consistent like 100% throughout the time. It's on and off, on and off. You're gonna have that pattern. You're gonna have that rhythm, right? So on, off, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. On the ones, you're hitting, you're doing your thing. On the twos, you're relaxing and you're chilling. So it's finding that pocket of where you need to do or what you need to do. So think about a rhythm as a season. You're not gonna wear a big old coat when it's 30. I mean when it's 30, 100 degrees outside, but you're not gonna go outside in nothing but a t-shirt and some shorts when it's 30 degrees outside. Doesn't make sense. It's not the season for that. It's not the rhythm for that. And so in those seasons, you're gonna prioritize the coat when it's cold. You're gonna prioritize the shorts and the t-shirt when it's hot. Same thing in your life. When it's time for you to really lock in on basketball and you prioritize schoolwork, when it's time to prioritize time with family, that's your priority. And you're either going to focus on that time for that season. But you're never going to be focused on everything at the same level at the same time because that's not how humans work and operate. So figure out what your priorities are. You know that for me, it comes to podcast and training is very important for me. That's a high priority for me. Going out and seeing people is not the biggest priority. I'm building and growing something. So right now, this is my main focus and priority. There will be a time in my life where I get married and I have kids if Lord sees fit, and I'm blessed to be able to do that. My kids will have a higher priority than I have right now because I don't have any kids. There will come a time and place where I'll have to decide: do I want to uh, go out and train and do this, or go out and podcast and do that, or do I want to stay at home with family, kids? Do I want to be alone? Do I want to be with people? It all comes down to finding out what season of life that I'm in and figuring out what my priorities are. So write down what your priorities are in life. Think about it like this: what is the thing that I will least likely, what will I least say no to if something comes up? So for you, playing video games is a high priority. Every night you want to play that. But if your girl call you or your boyfriend call you and say, "Hey, you want to come over to X, Y, and Z?" No, I'm trying to play video games right now. I'm good. Priorities. Not as hard as you think it is. You have to simplify it to where it makes sense to you. So you know where your priorities are, but now it's like writing that down for basketball, school, family, whatever. So it becomes a little bit easier to say yes and no because you know where your priorities are. But you don't want to always have that for every season. There's going to be times where priorities change and shift and rearrange. So You find your balance in life by finding your priorities and rhythm. So it's going through the ups and downs, the highs and lows, and sticking those through with your priorities. So find your priorities, find the rhythm which you need to go through, and you'll find your balance. So sometimes to get to 6, you need to get 3 plus 3. Sometimes it's 2 plus 4. Sometimes it's 1 plus 5. Figuring out what the equation makes sense to with a balance out to get the answer that you want. A little over my time, but that's all good. So, but that's it. Appreciate you. Find balance. Hey, relax. It's okay. Listen, I understand that your goal is so big that it just feels daunting. It just feels overwhelming. Like you're trying to get to the NBA, you're trying to get to WNBA, you're trying to play D1 college ball. I understand sometimes that feels like a lot. But listen, you're not gonna make that jump from now tomorrow to be to the league or be in D1. So let's just slow down and focus on the whole journey. Enjoy where you're at right now, but don't get too comfortable. You have to still keep working. You still have to make some type of progress and still keep growing. All you gotta do is think about this. If the minimum I can do today is get 1% better, you winning. Because there are some people going to take a step backwards. There are some people that's going to stop and just be equal. But technically, you're not going to be equal because I'm getting better than you, so it means you fell backwards now. And so you got to get 1% better. Because it's a slow grind from where you're at now to where you want to get to. You don't have to worry about taking over the world in one day. Just take over step by step, one piece at a time, 1% better. It's a whole journey. Okay. You got this goal that's just hanging over you, weighing you down. But this goal, the end destination, it's not going to change. So you have to appreciate the journey and taking steps to get there. You're a marathon runner, but the whole marathon is about focusing on that next step. So I need you to go ahead and look at whichever one you want. You can get this one of the other ones. But I need you to get this reminder for you. Get you a hoodie, a t-shirt, whichever one, as a reminder that progress is my only goal. And progress don't mean I'm perfect. Progress don't mean I'm there. Progress means I'm getting better. Because better and better adds up to being the best you that you can be. But the best is not existing because you're always going to get better. So get you this peaceful reminder right here to say, hey, all I gotta do is be a little bit better, 1% better, and I'll get to that goal at some point. So remember, it's about the entire journey and not just the end goal. Because progress is the only goal.